Let's make a wet ground texture that's perfect for your sci-fi or cyberpunk scenes. Open a new project, delete everything, add a plane and scale it up 10 times. Go to the shader editor and make a new material for it. You can set the base color to something dark like cement or concrete if you're good with a single color. Otherwise, add a noise texture and plug it into the base color. Connect a color ramp after the noise texture and set the colors to whatever you want. I went with brownish shades to show concrete or old cement. You can scale up the texture, detail and also move the sliders around. Next, let's add a bump detail. So add another noise texture, plug it in to the height of a bump node and connect it to the normal. We can't really see anything right now, so let's shift to the rendered view. In Cycles GPU compute, add a light so that we can see the surface better. Now you can adjust the scale, detail and roughness of the noise texture. Also add a color ramp and move the sliders around until you can see the bump detail on the surface. Now let's add some displacement to this plane as well. Add another noise texture and plug it in to the displacement height. Connect the displacement to the shader displacement node. Now you can adjust the scale, detail of the noise texture to get some displacement on your surface. Depends on how rough or coarse you want your surface to be. You can dial it in even further by adding a color ramp after the noise texture. Adjust the settings of the noise texture until you're happy with it. Now let's add some cool lights for the plane to reflect. I added long, thin rectangular area lights, increased the brightness and positioned them in the scene. I went with our usual cyberpunk colors, a deep magenta, and thought I'll dial in the reflections at this point. In the plane material, add another noise texture and plug it into the roughness of the principal BSDF. Add a color ramp after the noise texture to dial it in. You can see that it creates reflective patches which resemble puddles of water and reflect the light quite nicely. I duplicated the lights in orange, cyan and white color just to have some interesting lighting on the surface. Dial the roughness of the reflections in with the color ramp in the noise texture. Also in the bump node, you can reduce the strength of the bump, or you can plug in the roughness noise texture into the strength of the bump node. Both cases you'll get glossier reflections and less bump in the puddles. When you're ready to render your scene, let's add some animation to the camera. I use the free camera Shakify add-on by Ian Hubert. You can go to Edit, Preferences, get extensions and type camera Shakify to get the extension, or you can even download it manually. After you install the add-on, just animate the camera between two keyframes from point A to point B. Remember not to add the camera Shakify before animating the camera because you'll not be able to orbit around in fly mode. After animating the camera, you can press plus in the camera Shakify menu and you can choose among any of the different types given over there. I went with the walk to store and reduced the influence to about 0.45. If you see any weird artifacts in your denoised renders, then make sure to increase the direct and indirect clamping values in your render properties. Or you can also check the denoising data in the render passes and then go into the compositor, click on use nodes and add the denoising node. Plug in the image denoised normal and denoised albedo as shown in the video, and you will have a clean denoised render. And after rendering this, you have a wet ground that's perfect for your cyberpunk or sci-fi scenes. Follow Pixel Bender for more videos every week.